Hello, I'm Chris Smith. Today, as part of the History and Healing Project, we're going to be speaking to Maria Orozco and her daughter Cassandra. The morning of the fire, they fled their home in Coffey Park with Cassandra's younger brother, Augustine. They also were able to get their dog out of the house. Maria is a counselor at Roseland Creek Middle School.
We were asleep and then my mom comes in and she just told us to get up. And so we did. And my brother's like, what?
I was on Facebook and they were talking about a fire, in Calistoga area. So I knew that that was there and I could smell it, but never thought that it would come to my house. There was a lot of wind, so I couldn't sleep. Around 2 o'clock, we had some night lights on and the lights went out and I felt the whole house shake and I was like, this is weird. Around 3 o'clock, I started hearing more sirens and popping sounds, and I was like, this sounds really close. So I actually opened my front door and looked out the window, and there was embers falling from the sky onto my neighbor's yard, onto my yard, catching little fires, and that's when I realized this is here. We need to move.
And so she's just like, grab something, we have to leave.
It was very scary. I was kind of in protective mode. I was like, I gotta get my kids out of here. It was scary to think that it was that close. But at the same time, you also think, oh, well, it's not really gonna get to my house, is it? So I didn't grab more things.
We just grabbed the basics because we didn't think it was gonna burn down. We're just like, oh, we'll grab the rest later, or oh, we'll come back. But
I grabbed my laptop and the kids' passports and my purse. My son grabbed his little video game and a blanket and a pillow, and my daughter grabbed a blanket and a little stuffed animal and the dog.
My mom had the door open and it was really cold, but we saw the embers and stuff, and when my mom told us to get in the car, I remembered to grab my dog because she was still there behind the little fence that we had, and no one really remembered her. And so I just grabbed her really fast and we went in the car and we were waiting because my mom was still looking for something.
One of my neighbors, I know he works late. He works nights, he gets up at 3 in the morning. I knew that he was home, and so I went and knocked on his door. He wouldn't answer for a while, so it was very stressful. And then I got in my car and just started honking, and he finally came out and he's like, what's going on? I said, we gotta go, the fire's here. Then I called my mom who lives in Healdsburg and I said, we're coming.
Kind of freaking out because there was a lot of people on the road, and we tried getting to somewhere, and my mom tried going on the GPS to try to find us a way out.
So we went through Fulton Road, and just looking out, you could see the flames all, it was just a big glow on the side of the road, and that was all Coffey Park, I know now. And then we had to take another route because River Road was closed. One of my biggest fears is if I take this other road, is it going to be closed as well? How am I going to get to Healdsburg? And I lost cell service on the way to my mom's house, so I couldn't even tell her where I was.
And as soon as we got to my grandma's house, the power was still on and everything, and so we're like, okay, we're good. And my mom tried calling people, but there was no service. And 2 minutes later, the lights went out there too. The only phone that worked was my grandma's, and she had a flip phone. So my mom used that to call people and tell them that they were safe.
Time helps and it gets a little bit easier, but there's moments where you just get really upset, frustrated, break down, sad. We've lived here since November. A couple weeks ago, my son's bike was stolen here. They came into our backyard to take it, so it was just another sense of can I really keep my kids safe, and so that whole thing came back. But just kind of powering through it, and the community has been really helpful, really coming together and help us out a lot. The school district I work with has been very helpful and helped a lot. Everybody came together and helped us kind of build this house together, so that's been keeping us going.
Definitely when they say there's a fire somewhere, it kind of scares me. And when we first moved here, the carbon dioxide alarm went off, and that kind of scared me because I was like, no. Stay strong. and don't give up even if you really feel like there's nothing left to do, because I felt really useless, but I didn't give up, and now I feel like I can do more.
People who have expressed still being traumatized when they hear like sirens and things like that, or when they smell smoke. I would wish or hope that there'd be a lot more support for people, free ideally, or if not, at a really reduced cost, because there's a lot of people who are still struggling with that, with the emotional part of it and how hard it was, and some people I know are still not in a house, and making sure that people that were affected are being taken care of in all aspects.